Just 24 hours from now, KXAN will host an hour-long debate with the candidates running to become Austin's next mayor. From public safety to affordability, we are going in-depth on policy with each of the candidates. We are joined now this afternoon by KXAN evening anchor Jennifer Sanders, who will moderate that debate alongside our fellow anchor Tom Miller. Jen, always good to see you.
I know. I'm in the hot seat. I don't think I've ever been over here before, so this is exciting.
Oh, this is a treat for us for sure. So just remind everybody at home who will tune into this debate tomorrow afternoon, who all will be there. What are the candidates' names? Remind us about that.
Yeah, okay, we know the field is crowded. There are 5 candidates, so let's run through those really quick. So we have the incumbent, Austin Mayor Kirk Watson. He will be joining us. Carmen Yanes-Polito, she is the executive director of Go Austin, Vamos Austin. That's a nonprofit supporting the eastern crescent of the city. And then also we have Doug Greco, who you see there in the middle. He's a former educator and the former executive director of Central Texas Interfaith. That's also a nonprofit as well, a coalition of religious and labor organizations. And then we have Kathy Tovo. As we know, she was an Austin City Council member from 2011 to 2023 and was a mayor pro tem for 4 of those years. And then lastly, we have Jeffrey Bowen. He served in the Air Force for more than 2 decades, and he also owns a small construction company in Austin. So 5 candidates will be here in our studio for this debate.
A lot for both you and Tom to handle, but just talk about how the format will work. What will the debate look like?
Yeah, that's a great question. So what we've done, and I want to start with this, we've been really intentional and mindful of our viewers, asking them, what do they want to know? What do they want to know? So we solicited questions, and for the past probably about 2 weeks or so, they've been sending us questions. And so what we'll do with those questions is during the debate, each candidate will have 60 seconds to answer the initial question. So we've individualized these questions. We've really curated this debate based on different themes. And so we'll 60 seconds to answer the first question. And then from there, they'll have 30 seconds if they feel the need that there should be a rebuttal. And then from there will be 15 seconds if we need to ask a clarifying question, which I'm sure that we'll need to do because we really want to drill down on policy, proposed policy, and what they are looking to do to make the city of Austin a better place.
Now, we don't want to give away all the questions that these candidates will face.
And stop me if I do.
Yes, for sure. But as you mentioned, we've asked viewers at home to send us questions for the last 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
And as those have come in, we've seen them all in our email inbox here in the newsroom. But talk about what are some of the patterns? What are the topics that are popping up to the top of the list that voters want to hear about? Yeah,
and so what we did was, based on the questions we received, we created about 5 or 6 different themes. So one of those themes, the chief concern, affordability. We heard from an Austinite, and she has lived here, I believe, has owned her home for about 60 years. And she said, I want to know how I can stay in my home. Property taxes are increasing. Many people feel like they're being priced out, and they're native Austinites. And so they want to know, how will their mayor address those concerns and ensure that they won't be displaced from a place that they've called home, again, for 60 plus years. We're also talking about, as you see in the video now, just public safety. That's been a topic of conversation for us here in the newsroom for a while, with from transparency to all the vacancies in our police department. So we'll be looking at that, and we'll also be looking at property taxes as well as Project Connect and homelessness. And I probably should not say any more because I feel like I will start saying some what the questions are, but a lot of topics.
Yeah, but perhaps it's not that surprising that these issues might bubble up to the top because we've covered these things for so long.
We have. And Will, you live in Austin, I live in Austin, and these are concerns that we have as well as voters. And so what you would expect, those are the topics that we are going to cover. And we also have a quick round, and that'll be a surprise for the candidates, just some of the things that they've said in past interviews, some of their policy proposals, and again, really drilling down on that to ensure that voters have a good picture of who they'll be voting for in a few weeks.
You and Tom and so many here on our team have been working very hard to get ready for this. So I am very excited to watch. I know a lot of people at home are as well. Thank you again for joining us, and we can't wait to watch tomorrow.
All right, Will, thank you.
Good luck. And don't